Everyone have a good time? Um, so this is a very, very difficult thing for me to say up on stage because it's the first time I'm actually coming to terms with this after 6 years. I lost a very dear mentor and father figure in my life, our lives in the family. His name was Dr. Cherian, and he served a very vital role in why I did this and why I'm doing this work in my life. He was the first cardiologist in India, amongst the first doctors. He was so good that he was chosen amongst a group of doctors after performing surgery on a dog because we were still under British Raj rule at the time, in order to show his proficiency and expertise in medicine. He brought me into this world. I remember my dad and mom told me that my dad was at a board meeting when he actually was with my mom, making sure I came into this world. And unfortunately, I lost him 6 years ago, tragically to suicide. And that's when my world went a little topsy-turvy. But as we all try to come back to center and find resolve through adversity, I made him a promise that he would live in me, and I would make my work count and make a difference in everyone's life like he did. I would lead a life of service. I would put others before me. And I would always adhere to the idea of when there is a will, there is a way. So I took that idea and I did something recently. And I emailed a man who sung a song that's so dear to my heart because it actually got me through the last 5 years. And every time I listen to that song, I always think about my doctor. And that's what got me through UCSF. Really, it's not easy to get through UCSF. It's getting me through everything I do in my life, and it really has carved out this life's purpose in this work that I do today, and inspire in others, if I can, to do your own work the same way and be the change you want to see in the world, because you can and you will. If you just believe enough and you really, from your heart, believe and find role models and find people that you believe in, and then you believe in yourself and you believe in something that's higher than you. I really believe that this happened not just because I and Christine, who's a sweetheart and believed in me, made this happen, but I believe it was driven by a force beyond me, bigger than me, larger than myself. And that's why I invite all of you to share that force with me as I share with you a dream come true. Lebo Morake, who is the composer and singer of The Lion King, actually flew out from South Africa to lend the voice of Africa to this conference, which would never have been a better way to close global health, reimagining global health. It's about always reimagining, but never forgetting who you are or where you come from. And today, I invite you all to dream with me, to believe with me that anything is possible, because if a man can fly out in a week's notice from halfway across the world, I truly believe that's a small step, but it's still a step in believing that anything is possible. Please allow me to introduce Lebo Morake. Lebo Morake is going to sing for us.
It's been a lot of great speeches. Good evening. I guess I'll say something while they're searching for the song. My name is Lebo, born Lebo Hamorake, professionally known as Lebo M. I'm a composer and occasionally a singer. A week and a half ago, I had a very interesting email. I was in South Africa, and a new friend that I had never met sent an email about something called TEDx. I thought it was a new movie or a commercial I had to write music for. I learned that the lyrics of the song that I had written for a movie called The Lion King, He Lives in You, had been part of his life and his journey. And he asked me if I could come to a place called San Francisco and be with him. And then between my manager, my wife, and my children, they said, don't just go there and be somebody who pretends to speak English. Go there and present the song to the men and everybody else. So this is a song I wrote with some friends called He Lived in You. He lives in you, he lives in me. I hope you enjoy it.
When the Tanaya sees a song, wait, there's no mountain too great. Hear these words and have faith. He lives in me. He lives in you.
Thank you.